He's not going to get more time. In fact, when it goes to appeal, it's going to be overturned. And I just think that, you know, this whole idea of Jussie Smollett embarrassing Black people, this is a narrative that, you know, white folks always use. You know, when Jeffrey Dahmer ate people and killed them, we didn't say that every white person is going to now eat people and kill them. And now he's representative of every white person. Even when the argument was made about, oh, this is bad for hate crimes, well, they already don't investigate Black hate crimes. And so I just want to say it, and I'm you know, kind of quoting a law review article. At trial, the facts are not determined through independent investigation of truth, but how the rules of evidence are employed and to exclude evidence. And so the point is that there was critical evidence that is never heard when Black people come to court. We saw this in Trayvon Martin. We saw this in George Floyd. We saw this with Rodney King.
Even Kyle Rittenhouse, we saw this.
We saw, well, in that particular situation, we saw Kyle Rittenhouse, and this is the issue. Black people since the early 19th century, they were barred from giving evidence in a trial. These were called competency rules. And there's a very famous case, the People versus Hall, where the law was that Black folks and Native Americans were barred from giving a testimony. It expanded to Chinese people when a Chinese person witnessed someone, a white person killing a Chinese person. That white person was convicted. He appealed his conviction, and the Supreme Court of California basically said, oops, my bad. We gonna include everybody else. So
well, I think my question with this is, and these are really, I mean, these are great history lessons, and of course they're important, but my question is, what do these have to do with Jussie Smollett faking a hate crime in order to get more money, power, fame, and attention for himself, dragging the law enforcement officers, police officers, all of these people through weeks and weeks of wasted time when there were other hate crimes going on, weeks and weeks of wasted time when there are people being shot and killed in Chicago every single weekend. So what do all of these historical things have to do with the fact that Jussie Smollett lied and cynically knew that he would be able to wrap himself up in basically people like you and people in the African-American community who are going to make excuses for this behavior no matter what? And what we have to stop doing is making everything about white people. When I saw Jussie Smollett do this stuff, I wasn't mad because white people wanted me to be mad. I wasn't thinking about white people. I was thinking that this dude looks like the plumb fool, and he's being disrespectful to African Americans, he's being disrespectful to gay people, he's being disrespectful to all of these other people that he's cynically trying to use to get more famous by lying. And the reason why he got the sentence that he got is because he lied over and over again and perjured himself over and over again, and the judge had had enough. So I'm tired of talking about what white people I don't care what white people think about this.
Well, you may be tired.
We are allowed to be mad, and we have to start holding ourselves accountable and stop using this historical stuff as
this is not. So stop using stop using this historical stuff. And I was just sitting on a reparations task force. California has, and there are already cities that have received reparations. So stop using this historical stuff. The reality is this is not historical stuff. This is actually foundation to this argument about why there ought to be critical race theory, because it is.
How do we get to critical race theory?
Well, excuse me.
How do we get to critical race theory?
We get to critical race theory. We get to. Can I answer your question? Because you obviously don't know what critical racism is. Critical race theory is.
I'm very well aware of critical.
You must not be, because then you would know.
Nauseum. It has.
But then you would know. But then you would know. Can I finish? You said what you said. Can I finish? Can we be respectful? Can I?